So a truck driving school was giving out CDL licenses without even giving the students the test, and they ended up having to close their doors, leaving all the students confused and out of their money, which is about $3,000 to $8,000. Cross-country truck driving training school. And the funny thing about all of this is they was actually featured on MSNBC before for something good, and then turns out they're all bad. The owner of the company claims that she fired everybody that was doing the fraudulent testing, but of course everybody knows how that goes. You have to save face to save your company. Imagine that you thinking you about to go to CDL school for the day and the doors are closed and you really just out of your money.
Well, a trucking school in Burlington leaving its students high and dry after shutting its doors.
Students say it happened without warning and left some students without commercial driver's licenses or refunds. Fox 8's Natasha Laguerre explains how the owner of the facility found herself in a civil battle with NCDOT.
Unbelievably frustrated. When you're getting nowhere, you've done all this work.
Shelly Critchley says her future is in limbo. She was hoping to earn her CDL and become a licensed truck driver. But 2 weeks ago, she showed up for class at cross-country truck driving training school, and these signs were posted on the door.
We're tired. And then just to be told, I'm sorry, or not even to be told that. It was more or less like you've seen the signs on the doors and nobody was saying anything. Like, that's our hard-earned money, our time.
Court documents show NCDOT filed a petition to revoke the school certification to perform CDL testing after an incident in the summer of 2022. And according to the paperwork, a school employee gave a passing grade to a CDL applicant without actually giving them the test. The documents go on to say that the same school employee admitted to doing a handful of fraudulent testing. And court documents showed the owner of the school, Pamela Day, tried to fight for her certification. In the court documents, Day's lawyer argued that Day had a good track record of conducting CDL tests and even self-reported the employee and fired that employee immediately. Ultimately, the court upheld NCDOT's decision, leaving cross-country truck driving training school without its certification. The documents go on to say that the same school employee admitted to doing a handful of fraudulent testing.
I hope that we'll be able to test out somewhere for the couple of us that do need to test out. And I hope that the rest of my friends can go to another school and get their CDL. This is for their jobs. This is for what we want to do.
And we did reach out to Pamela Day. She told us she has no comment.
And of course she has no comment. They're always going to have no comment. They always just going to protect themselves and not admit to the truth. But honestly, like I said, a lot of these jobs behind the scenes, let me tell you, they have a lot of little secret operations going on. And it's been going on for years, until you get caught. Scamming the driver, scamming the government, whatever's going to put more money in their pocket, they're definitely going to do it. And then for the driver, how is that going to benefit you if you don't really know how to drive the truck? And a lot of drivers been thinking that trucking schools have been scamming for years. Number one reason is they always pack a lot of students to one teacher. So that means that you really can't even get a true education. That's why I know you're not supposed to go to trucking companies, trucking schools, but that's not really a bad deal because sometimes it's only like 2 students to a teacher versus trucking schools. If you went to a truck driving school, do you feel like you were actually trained properly the right way? I know there is some good trucking schools out there, but it's just not a huge amount. And if you're enjoying the content, please give this video a like, share it with somebody that could use this helpful information, and leave me a comment down below. Did you get your CDL through a trucking school or a trucking company? And what do you feel about trucking schools versus trucking companies? Leave that down in the comment section below. But definitely please like and please give me a comment because it definitely helps the video with the YouTube algorithm. And definitely leave some good schools down below and what state they're in to help somebody that's watching this video trying to see what school that they should go to.
Shut down 2 weeks ago, leaving students with incomplete training and others without completing their commercial driver's license or CDL testing. But now a trucking school in High Point stepping up to help these students. Fox 8's Natasha Laguerre spoke to the owner of Keno's CDL Academy in High Point. So Natasha, why did he want to help?
Well, he says his students deserve to finish their education, especially when there's a need for truck drivers. And he says he's stepping up by offering his facility and equipments.
That's the gratitude of the training, to see them succeed.
With the right facility and the right trucking equipment, Michael Randall is opening his school, Kino CDL Academy in High Point, to help students from cross-country truck driving training school in Burlington, which shut down 2 weeks ago.
I just feel that you have to give them the equal opportunity to at least try to finish their course.
He is offering his outdoor training facility for students to get their CDL testing with a DMV compliance officer, also offering his truck for students to use during the test at no cost. He is also working with DMV to see if he can help students complete their truck driving course.
I'm fortunate that I can do this, and I'm not looking for anything, in return. I just want them to finish, and somebody needs to help them, because a tractor and trailer is not available like a car.
Randall is already getting several phone calls from students, and Joseph Patterson is one of them. He spent more than $5,000 at cross-country truck driving training school, only to be left with no way to get his license. He hopes he can get the help he needs.
I've been calling nonstop schools to have an actual outlet. It makes me a lot happier, and I feel a lot more at ease because somebody's actually really wanting to help that bad.
So I will admit, him being in that position and actually willing to help people for free, because first I'm like, oh, well, he probably just doing it because he gonna get a grant back from it, but he claimed that he's doing it for free, and if it's truly for free, that is awesome. That's lit. And it's just lit that somebody can just open up a truck driving school anyway, especially when it's doing things right. Because like I said, you doing the CDL test without actually doing the CDL test, but you actually getting the license, that's really no benefit for you. But I bet if you take a deep dive into some of these trucking companies or trucking schools back ends, you're gonna find a lot more stuff than this, a lot worse stuff. A good truck driving teacher is truly important. Like when I went to go get my license, I ain't gonna lie, my teacher, he did not have he wasn't the friendliest, but he was a good teacher. But once you get your license and they actually showing you how to do the runs and how to actually do the loads and stuff like that, he had a nice personality, but he was not the best teacher, and I was his first student, and I really feel like it was a lot of stuff that he didn't teach me. Like when you first get your license, sometimes they don't teach you the back end, and the back end, that's the most important part.
Actually, quite funny you mentioned that, because I was talking with a new driver Saturday. I was just BSing with him and everything, and I told him how on my tractor my lines were short and I needed to get it fixed. Then he mentioned that his airlines were leaking and they haven't fixed it, that his emergency airline was leaking. I was like, did you change your glad hand grommets? And he was like, what are those? And I was shocked. He didn't know what glad hand seals were. These schools are getting worse. Like when I worked with Swift up in Troutdale, they switched from teaching in 53-foot trailers down to 28-foot pups, of all things. We are in for one hell of a fucking ride and restrictions because of the lack of teaching.
But like I've been saying, a lot of these trucking companies, they just really money hungry. Of course, we all feel like trucking school or getting your CDLs trucking companies sponsored, you just feel like you don't learn enough. And not even just feel, they don't teach everybody enough. I feel like the teaching, what they teaching the teachers need to be more, it just need to be more in depth so you can really be set up for success.
And truck driver go to truck driving school every year to get recertified or something. Y'all, it don't work like that. And then when it's time for y'all to leave out your home state to go to truck driving school, everybody gets scared. I want to find something near home, but you want to be able to drive. I can tell you right now, baby, it ain't gonna work. It ain't.
So yeah, you got to do your research because you definitely want to be trained well. Search different YouTube videos up. Get on Google, get on TikTok, get on Reddit. Get on Reddit. Don't sleep on Reddit.
Look, I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do. I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. But if you can avoid going to a truck driving school that only give you an automatic restriction to where you can only drive automatics, don't go. Because in the long run, that's your money. You may want to go to a higher paying job or a better job for whatever reason. And they got manuals. But guess what? You can't go because you don't know how to drive now.
They are definitely not the only ones. Like I said, it's other trucking companies that be going through stuff all the time. We just don't know about it because there be so much stuff going on. See, this one, they stealing from veterans, making it seem like veterans be going to their trucking school to get all that veteran money, and they really not. And getting sued millions for that quick money. For real, everybody trying to get some money. Emmett Marshall, he was like 100 years, literally was facing 100 years for this wire fraud, trying to make it seem like people was at your trucking school that wasn't, so you can get that extra money. I know everybody want extra money, and if y'all really looking for extra money, like I said, I do help people make money online because it's needed. Shoot, you can make $1,000 a month online, $10,000 a month. It's really all the work that you put into it. So I will put it in my comment section. Do your research, especially if you're not going trucking company sponsored. These CDL schools cannot guarantee you a job, especially a job that you like, that you feel like is going to be fair pay. And always, like I said, do your research. Some companies you can find where you can get your CDL for free, like through a community college and through grants. So definitely do that research, because some of these trucking companies or trucking schools, they gonna charge you $8,000, $5,000, and don't even be training you good. Also, it's a recruiter scam. So the best thing that you can do is network. Get on these YouTube videos, get on these TikTok people videos. You know, you always want to network, because people are just taking people money because they know that when you new to the game, you don't know nothing about the industry, you just don't know no better. The recruiter scam, they making it sound so good. If you got a bad record, and I could see how people could fall for that scam. If you got a bad record, this recruiter, all they talking about is give me this certain amount of hundreds of dollars, and then I got you, or just telling you gonna make a certain amount that's more than the industry standard. I could see how people could fall for that, but like I always say, do your research. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video with someone that needs to know this. And like I said, if you need any help making money online, sign up for the membership, teaching you how to make money from YouTube AdSense, teaching you how to actually grow your platforms, affiliate marketing, all of that type of stuff. Link on me, and it does come in a 15-minute call every month. Because everybody knows these jobs don't be paying enough. You need to. YouTube pays me once a month, and I'll be looking forward to that money. Lastly, if you know any good high-paying trucking jobs that you want to come on the channel and talk about, we can get on Zoom. If you don't want your face on, you don't gotta get your face on. If you don't even want your voice on, just send me the information and I'll put it on the channel. Email it to truckerbreakroom@gmail.com. That will be linked in the comment, the pin comment in the comment section too. Love y'all.